is Sakesh Shetty from AJ Engineering College, 9. Today we are going to study one more important topic, that is.
Hi students, my name is Sakesh Shetty from AJ Engineering College. Today I will give you some demonstration related to hydraulic jump. See here, water is stored behind of the weir, so it's just spilled out above the weir. So that flow is called critical depth. So that stored water and the slow water, that is called subcritical flow. And when it's passing above the weir and the turbulence is created very faster, that is called supercritical flow. So that process is called subcritical flow to supercritical flow. What will happen? The hydraulic jump will creates when this is the faster, that is called supercritical flow. Because of subcritical flow, water passing the spillway, because of the kinetic energy, water will go faster, and that process is called because of that process the hydraulic jump will create. Hydraulic jump means what? After it's jumping out, spilled out in the downstream side, what will happen? That supercritical flow trying to get stability, because again it's going trying to get back trying to go back to subcritical flow. That process is called supercritical flow to trying to go back to subcritical flow. That process is called hydraulic jump. In that process, what will happen? Erosion takes place in the bottom side, the downstream side, eddies formation, turbulence takes place. So that we need to know, because constructing hydraulic structure, any hydraulic structure, we need to know that one, what is the erosion takes place because of the hydraulic jumps, and how much, what is the length of the hydraulic jump. See, ಇದು ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇದು ಸೂಪರ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್. ಇದು ಏನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೂಪರ್ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ವಾಟರ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, super critical flow ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಸಬ್ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಅಪ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟು ಡೌನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ವಿಯರ್, and here see that what happens immediately, the first effect, it's trying to get that water again, that uniform flow, trying to get uniform or trying to get stability. ಅದು ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್. ಸೊ this is the process that lot of turbulence creates, lot of eddies formation takes place in this process. So this small length, that called hydraulic jump. So it's trying to get stability. So that the small, ಇದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನೀರು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು, ವಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದ ಗೇಟ್. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಟರ್ಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತು ಇದು ಅಗೈನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದ ಗೇಟ್, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ಸ್, ಅಗೈನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್ಸ್. So when what happens, that slow water is called, that we remember, just slow water is subcritical flow. When it is going fast, that is called supercritical flow. So see, this is a for shorter length, we can say that one shorter length it will create. See, again he's opened that gate, the water is subcritical flow going faster for the downstream side, and because of that velocity, that what happens, that hydraulic jump it creates. That's, thank you very much.
Students, today we'll discuss about one more important subject. My name is Sakesh Shetty from AJ Engineering College, Bangalore. Today we'll discuss about one more important topic, that is module 3, that is gradual varied flow. Before going to that, gradual varied flow, RVF, and gradually varied flow, GVF. The what we can say, the gradually varied flow and rapid varied flow. The rapidly varying flow means it is fatafat, immediate. Varying, it changes flow, and here gradually, slowly varying flow. ಇದು ಸಡನ್ ವೇರಿ ಆಗುವ ಫ್ಲೋ, ಇದು ಗ್ರಾಜುವಲಿ ವೇರಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ದಟ್ two types of flow is there. First we'll discuss, before going to that gradual varied flow, first we'll discuss about what do you mean by rapid varied flow. Suppose this is one what we can say, the rectangular channel, the water is there, rectangular channel in that water is there. So here B is breadth, and this is, we can say, this is a cross section. If he comes this side, if this is a cross section, we can say this is a cross section, okay. And if I say this is a lengthwise section, what we can say, this, if I am showing, this is longitudinal section and this is the cross section. So if this is one rectangular channel, I am placed like this, and here what will happen, so if I am drawing that longitudinal section, when it is sudden water is comes from the it passes from the bridge, what will happen? The water will passes like this way. So this is d1, and here the variation takes place of depth of the flow, and we can say this is d2. When it is starts flow, that is called d1. When it's some comments came to, sir, please explain in Kannada also. So I am using the two languages here. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ಯಾಮಿನಿಂದ ನೀರು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆಗ ಸಡನ್ ನೀರು ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ವೇರಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಮನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆದರೆ ನೀರು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ವೇರಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ very small and sudden increase of very small depth, sudden increase of flow. That is, we can say rapid varying flow. And where we can say ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಿಂದ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಡನ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ವೇರಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಡ್ಯಾಮಿಂದ ನೀರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಗ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್, if we consider this is dam, this is the water, and critical height we can consider this one, and water comes and suddenly it will increase this flow within a short distance. What is the height will increase? That is called hydraulic jump or rapid flow. This depth one is below the critical height. Then here we can say, oh, this section 1 d1 is less than the dc1. dc1 is a section 1 critical height. ಸೊ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಹೈಟಿಗಿಂತ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲಿಕ್ ಜಂಪ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. I hope all of you understand what do you mean by rapid varied flow. Again I will explain. Rapid andre sudden, fatafat, varying, changes, flow, and gradually, slowly varying flow. And here this is a cross section. I said this is a cross section like this, and this is a longitudinal section. So water is flowing this direction. So when water is sudden rise will take, sudden any obstruction plays, water is passing here, and water is processed from this obstruction, and water again it rises. So some changes will happen, d1 and d2. So here this process is called rapid varying flow or hydraulic jump, also one of the example for this one. So here I said that where it happens d1, this depth is below the critical height or less than the critical height, so then it is rapid varied flow, it happens. The distance is very small. In the small distance these things happen, and sudden increase of flow it's happen. The example we can say that is hydraulic jump is one of the best example for this rapid varying flow. But in this chapter we need to study about what is a gradual varied flow. What do you mean by gradual varying flow? Rapid varied flow study ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಇನ್ನು ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುವಲ್ ವೇರಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ, ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುವಲ್ GVF? we can say gradually varied flow. This is also one more topic is gradually varied flow. It takes time for long distance, and it's run long distance, and it take times to, it means sudden changes will not happens. Rapid varied flow, what we say, sudden distance, sudden rising it happens. But here if you consider the section 1 d1, and here this is d2, section 2, what happens? Depth 1 and depth 2 is slowly increasing. d1, it's not sudden increase takes place. It takes time to run. It takes time to run, and it covers long distance. Sudden ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾಂಗ್, ಎಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾಂಗ್. ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಡನ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಡನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು ರನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ this one derive that one? Derivation of here d, the derivative of depth d divided by length, derivative with respect to length, always greater than 0. That we can say non-uniform flow. Rapid and gradual, two are that is non-uniform flow only. But when we are deriving this with respect to length, this depth will vary with respect to length, but always the value should be greater than 0. And uniform flow, what will happen? That d1 and d2 will be same. Then it is we can say that uniform flow, because that I said non-uniform flow. And with uniform flow, what will happen? Here the section 1 this is the bottom of the canal, this is the bottom of the canal, this is the section 2, and here d1 whole the section d1 only, and d2, and d1 is equal to d1 is equal to d2. It means water height same, ನೀರಿನ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಎರಡೂ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿನ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. d1 ಮತ್ತು d2 ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟರ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಟ್ ಟೂ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟರ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಟ್ ಟೂ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎರಡು ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ d1 ಮತ್ತು d2 ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ what we can say uniform flow. Now I hope you understand what is non-uniform flow. In that d1 and d2 same. So what will happen? So depth will not change. D derivative of, I can say d derivative of depth or height in this is section 2 height, and with respect to height is equal to 0. This is called uniform flow. D by dx is equal to 0. ನೀರಿನ ಹೈಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ non-uniform flow. So what I say in what we need to discuss here, that gradual varied flow. Gradual varied flow means here I said this is the gradual varied flow. Normal what will happen? For example, suppose is the one dam. If you consider one dam is there. Suppose one dam section. This is one dam section. So water rises d1. So slowly, gradually rising here. Water will rise. This is d1 and slowly it rise, overflow like this. This is section, this is the normal height, if I can say, and here slowly increase d2, d3, d4, like that it will increase. So slowly increasing, the slowly water level increasing along the length. Slowly water level increasing along the length. It is gradually varied flow. So how we can apply the Bernoulli's equation for the what will happen? So this is the two sections, I can say. So gradual fluid equation. You need to study about gradual flow equation, that in syllabus you are having gradual flow equation. So this is a gradual flow. Before going to that equation we'll explain that one. So this is a gradual varied flow ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ನೀರು ಫ್ಲೋ ಹೈಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ರಾಜುವಲ್ ವೇರಿಯಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. ರ್ಯಾಪಿಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಸಡನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಡಿರೈವೇಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಲೆಂತ್, ಲೆಂತ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೇರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಝೀರೋಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದು ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ನಾನ್ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ. We can say that one greater than that one 0, that is you can non-uniform flow. And d1 is equal to d2. water height same at 2 section. ಇಲ್ಲಿ d1 ಮತ್ತು d2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ದ 2 section we can consider as uniform flow. That in that d1 is equal to d2 in the uniform flow. Here derivative of depth with respect to h is equal to 0, and here slowly water level increase along the length, that is we can call it as gradual varied flow. And this all we can theory part we can explain what we mean gradual flow. Now we'll go for this one, derivation of gradual varied flow. So we'll study about that one. So how we can derive that gradual varied flow? I will erase this. So suppose one canal is there. This is the surface of the earth and this is the canal bottom, because canal bottom always be it's there in some slope, because why means water is going by what parameters we are considering water flow, that is because of gravity water is flowing. So if it's flowing by gravity means some some slope must be required, or else water how can it flow? So that reason slope is there providing. ನೀರು ಹೋಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೊ that reason this is the canal bottom. So this one from the top of the canal surface, bottom of surface, from the surface of the earth, so that we can consider as z. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ that we can send datum line reference ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಇದು ಜಮೀನಿನ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೆನಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್, that place we can call it as datum line or reference line. Then one more is that pressure head. Then we can, one more section will come, the pipe height. Water is flowing this side, we can say this is the water flowing line. So this height we can call h or pressure head. Why we call it as that one is pressure head? P is equal to rho gh, we know, right? H is equal to P by rho g. So that reasons we are calling h is equal to pressure head, right? No, h is equal to pressure head. This is the pressure head. And one more line is there, that is called velocity head. This is called v square by 2g. If you are applying the Bernoulli's equation, this total line, this is we call it as imaginary line. Why means we can't see that one velocity head. So that reasons we are just assuming this is some velocity is there, so that we can considering as velocity head. So that we can call v1 square by 2g. So some slope is there, d by dx, we can consider d by dx, and this is slope I b we can consider, and here also some slope is there. So this is a slope IB. And next IB is the slope of the channel. This one we can say IB is equal to slope of the channel. So water is flowing by gravity. So ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು I is slope of the channel ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So IB we can write it change in datum line dz by change in horizontal line. With respect to horizontal line, datum line change ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸ್ಲೋಪಲ್ಲಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿ ಇ ಬೈ ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಹೊರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೊರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್, ಹೌ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೈನ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಲಮ್, ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಲೈನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ ಡೇಟಮ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್, ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಡೇಟಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಹೊರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ ನೀರಿನ ಹೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಡಿ ಝೆಡ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೊರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ, ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ means 1 centimeter or 1 kilometer or 1 meter. What is the changes will happen datum line, and if it is changes with respect to unit, what is the slow energy will have, what will happen energy, that everything we are considering in this. So according to Bernoulli equation, here applying for Bernoulli's equation, this one applying the Bernoulli's equation, applying Bernoulli's equation, what happens here? Here what is the head? First one datum head and pressure head and velocity head, that we can consider here. So this is nothing but total energy line. We can consider this one is total energy line. But if you not consider z is equal to, if you consider z is equal to 0, what will happen? This is specific energy line. So the remaining is specific energy. If your z, if you consider z is equal to 0 means that is specific energy line, that is specific energy line. So derivative with respect to x, I said unit x with respect to slope of energy, we can d by dx. So how we can write dz by, if you write this, if you derive this one with respect to x, dou z by dou x plus dou h by dou x plus v square by derivative of v square by dx dy by 2g. So here some bit complication, this part we need to derive this part. Now this is bit complicated, this part. So how we can derive this one, that is important. How we can derive this part? So and write it. I will take this one is separately, d by dx v square by 2g. This one velocity head, this one we can set the velocity head, velocity head. So we know that discharge is equal to formula q is equal to area into velocity. This formula we know that one discharge is equal to q into velocity. So v is equal to q by a, that also we can make it v is equal to q by all the adjustment for finding out. So we know that rectangular channel, we are using the rectangular channel, so that is b into h. So b into h, that rectangular channel. So next we can write it, v is equal to q divided by b into h. Area we can write b into h. So next d by dx, so we can write d by dx, this is derivative of x. We can write it this v square by 2g, v known, q square by b square into h square, we know that one v square formula, and into 2g. I hope all of you understand why we are writing this one. V is equal to, we know that one, Q into B square. So Q square B square H square into 2G. So next I will get this one separate, Q square divided by B square into 2G into D by dx, this one divided by 1 by H square. So we can write Q square divided by B square into 2G. So this one, with respect to H, I will derive this one, D by dH 1 by H square dH by dx. So again I will derive this one, this part. So how we can write next this part, and next no, I will write here. See, this is this one formula, and next we can go for here Q square next Q square. I hope all of you understand till here. So if you not understand, please rewind it, all the this one, and see it once again, that formulas, how it came and everything. So next Q square divided by B square sorry, I will write once again, Q square divided by B square into 2G into minus 2 derivation, I am writing that one, minus 2 into 1 by H square, that H cubed, 1 by H cubed into dH by dx. So this one can write minus Q square into 2 divided by B square into 2G into H, this one can write it H cubed. So this one I can write it here minus Q square divided by B square, and H cubed I can write H square into H into 2G, and write like this, and this one into 2. So this we know, this one is equal to V square. This one we know, that one, this one is equal to, this part we can write it V square. So I can write it this one into dH by dx. So this one I can write it minus V square GH dH by dx. So